Hello and welcome back to Monster Hunter Rise. So, last time we did a couple baby missions that got us some nice cash and some nice items, and wouldn't you know it, we are now able to move on and take on a more urgent quest. As Hinoa has said, it's looking real bad, so let's see what she wants. Urgent quest has been issued. They need to be taken care of ASAP, and if you don't, things can get bad, like real bad. Like the game won't let you advance. It's crazy. So Great Izuchi is causing some trouble in the Shrine Ruins. So we'll have to take care of this guy if you want to make sure we can keep getting our delicious bunny dongo. So, but first we have some subquests to return. Let's actually do that. What can we get in the meantime here? Let's do this, I suppose. So, oh, I'm wrong. So, urgent quests. We can finally tackle a greater quest and fight a great Izuchi. So, why don't we take care of that? This is going to be our first big monster here. And, as an introductory monster, I'm not too worried, but we'll do our best here. So let's, real quick, head over and get some food at the canteen. Because we might need something here. So, more points. Let's see. Let's get some defender, deflector, and medic. Just to be sure. And we got all three. So yeah, you don't always get the skills, which is an interesting thing to think about, but, pretty cool. I don't think we have anything... Yeah, my items are more or less in order. So I think we're good to go. Let's get this done.
First comes the Vanguard, unstoppable tank. Then comes a second, attacking the flank. Finally, the General, the highest in rank. A trio of blades, swift as a gale. They cut to the bone and kill without fail.
The Trinity of Terror, Great Izuchi. I really like these little beginner things they do for these monsters. So, as we'll chat as we go. So, our Kohoot has already shown us where that monster is, more or less. It's a question mark on our thing, but we clearly know where it is. But before we go fight this thing straight away, let's do a little recon, a little gathering some stuff here. Get an extra wire bug. I'm gonna get some spear bugs, I think, to help us out with our stats. Get some honey, because that's always nice to have. And yeah, we don't want to waste too much time before we fight him, because we do have a 50-minute time limit, which we will not need, but still, you don't want to waste too much time when you're on active hunt. But because of how this game kind of works, it kind of just makes sense to take a short detour and get these boosts where you can. Let's get a snow beetle. That might be somewhat useful. Some bugs. I fell. I didn't mean to, but that's fine. But yeah, Izuchi should be up here. Should be to our left there. But let's take a slight detour, get some health and stuff. We'll just get a few things, just because this stuff does add up over time. Here, let's grab you just for the mission progress. There should be some stuff over here. Yeah, I think this will be good. I think this is good enough. We got a couple boosts to health, a couple boosts to attack and defense. I think we're solid. Jump all the way back down here. All right, let's face this guy. So generally, each game has a great whatever, which is just a bigger version of the smaller monsters you've been fighting. So we fought some Izuchis. But now it's time to take on the Great Izuchi. Let's get this shiny first. Oh hey, we just got a Great Izuchi pelt just because it dropped it. That's kind of nice. So this guy's just a bigger version of the little guys we've been fighting. So I'm not really that concerned, considering what we've already, put up with. But he is big, and he does hit hard. We can wirefall to save ourselves here, but we should be good. And the thing is with... And then, yeah, these guys, it kind of commands the other two to fight alongside it. And it does that big attack there to try to get as much damage as it can out of it. Oh, there we go. That's good. So I got to level up my thing here. Ooh, I got hit there. That actually took not insignificant damage. So you can tell these guys actually do hit decently hard. And he's going to do his thing. I just barely dodged that. That's not a good attack to get by. And then he just got kind of sideswiped there. So we can actually get a free level up of our longsword here while he's downed. So yeah, we're at yellow power now, which is pretty good. Yeah, I might be able to get to red. Nope, I missed that last swing. Okay, I think he is... So now the monster's mad. He's enraged. Yeah, he's going to do 3 swings of that before he kind of plants his little sword tail in there. I gotta be careful. I really shouldn't be too aggressive here. I should kind of back off where I need to. And yeah, these minor Izuchis will come back over time. And yeah, my weapon's getting dull, which is not good. But it's okay. So he's going to run off. So we actually have some time to kind of collect ourselves here. We will sharpen our weapon here in a minute, because we do need to. I don't know where those other Izuchis were. I think we're good. So let's take a moment, kind of take stock. Let's have a first aid kit or first aid med. I'll hop on you, and I'm just gonna sharpen as we move here, because the duller your weapon, the less damage you do. It's generally gonna bounce off the monster if you're not careful. So it's best to not let it get too dull if possible. Although early on we don't have much choice here. I should start using off the wire bug attacks more too. So this guy, he went to go eat because I think he's a little hungry. Well, that was bad. That was very bad. Hey buddy, how's it going? And you'll see my weapon went back down to the yellow power level, so I'll have to do a little more damage here if I want to actually power up greatly. Yeah, he's going to spit at me. That's another attack he can do. But, like, for the most part, aside from, like, doing a little extra damage... Actually... There we go. I did my little counter, which he didn't seem to care about, actually. Get out of the shrubs. Well, we broke another part on him. Let's see if we can get my power up back. There we go. Back to yellow. Do a little extra damage here. Oh no, you're hitting my dogs. Oh, that was a bad counter. Well, I guess now at least I can get to red with no problem. There we go. Now we're at red, so we're going to do the max damage possible. Oh god, that's bad. Okay, so he hit me with the third one there. Oh, you're not doing well at all, are you, buddy? I didn't quite have enough stamina or power to do my big finale kind of spirit slash there. There we go. I think we got this, though. I feel like this guy... Oh, yeah, we can capture him if we want. But that ain't probably gonna happen. Let's let him leave, maybe. I'm gonna gather these little shinies. Yeah, I feel like he's gonna want to leave soon. Or not. Maybe he won't. Oh, I must have countered the wrong thing. Oh well. There we go. Got the big power combo on there. Ooh, just barely dodged that. Ah, we didn't quite land that silk bind there. Yeah, as you can see, my attacks are starting to get weaker. They're bouncing off. Which spitting at me? Let's drink a first aid med. Why not? I should also probably have some of these rations. Just to give myself a little extra stuff. Alright, he's running away, so he's starting to limp. So we'll let him limp and run away here. We can take our time to kind of sharpen him, lick our wounds here. And generally, so you can see on the map, it tells you exactly where it's going to go. So it's really giving you all the info you could ever possibly need here. But the monster's almost dead. So the hunt is almost over. So we'll make our way over. And, you know, kind of get our way here. But generally when the monster is really, like, hurt like that, they start, they will eventually... Oh, here's a jewel lily. We can actually put a great wire bug down here if we want. But generally, when they run away and they're limping like that, they are trying to find a place to sleep so they can heal. So they won't heal very fast. We can kind of take our time here, and we don't have to worry too much about, you know, taking him down. But he should be asleep where we when we find him next. So let's keep kind of tracking him down here. And I don't have the means to really show this off in full, but when monsters are asleep, the next attack they take will do like way more damage. So you can do some really strong attacks as a result. I'm gonna try and do a special move with this, or not. I kind of messed it up. But yeah, he's very tired. He's probably gonna die before my combo is over, if I'm being honest. But if you have like a really strong attack, like a barrel bomb or something, you can just hit the monster and do tons of damage that way. Which I think is just kind of funny. That's the move I was trying to do, the weird... I don't quite remember how to do some of the stuff on Longsword yet. Come at me. And of course he's going to do it after I'm done. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm too used to the later monsters that attack way more aggressively and just don't stand around. There we go. We're good. I don't know what that button is to stop that camera cut from happening. I'll have to figure that out on my own time. But now we can carve this guy. We've got you know, 50 seconds. Just keep the button held down to keep gathering. So if we get a Screamer Sack from him, another hide, and another Screamer Sack. So not a ton of crazy stuff. Let's look at some Jagra stuff while we're here. But overall, not a bad hunt. There's some Izuchis, I think, to grab some stuff here before they fade away. Get this guy, too. Oh, I guess that was just that guy. Alright. And then shouldn't there... Yeah, there's some bones here. We can grab some bones while we're here. So we took some licks. I was definitely playing a little reckless. But, it's the first monster. It's not really that big of a deal. I think we're good. I don't think I'm going to be able to grab anything else. I might be able to get some honey. No, it's too far away. With some herbs, why not? We tried. Alright, that was cool. So overall, not a long hunt. Now, keep in mind, this is a village quest, so the monsters have way less health in general. But, not that bad. We get a few extra things here. We got some bone as well, which is nice. Got a lot of stuff. Because we broke parts of the monster, we broke their head and their tail, we actually get some extra items, which can be really useful. So that's also a thing you'll have to consider when you're fighting the monster. Yeah, that took like, you know, 10 minutes or so, which part of that was me messing around. And we're back. Yeah, I had so much enthusiasm. I could even be what? I could be like the best ever? So now, with that urgent quest done, we can now do 2-star quests, so we're already moving up in the world, honestly. This guy has something to say. Let's see what you have to say first.
Welcome.
Oh boy, special selection of items.
Take care.
Okay, let's see what you have.
Having a sale.
So we have a sale, and we have the lottery we can do, which I don't really care that much about this. I guess we'll try. I guess we have money.
Should be fun.
Let's see what we get.
We have
A
winner.
bingo! Ooh, I got a mega potion, some honey. That's not bad. Early on, we'll take what we can get. And as for buying stuff, there's not much we can get. So, barrel bombs. Those are things you can buy. You can light some barrel bombs on a sleeping monster and then detonate them to do a ton of damage, which is kind of fun. Trap tools. You need these to actually make traps, but we can kind of worry about that down the line. And there's all sorts of stuff for the gun weapons, which we will cover as time goes on. But for right now, we don't really need much. But
You'll need
and
different
it's
items
nice to know there's a sale going. And generally, when you buy stuff, you want to buy stuff for your box, since you can only hold so much in your hand. But you know, we start with a lot of items, so I think we're doing okay for the moment. I might, you know what? I'll buy like 4 trap tools, just because.
purchase.
But we won't really worry about doing more of that stuff until later, I think.
Thank
So
you.
he's done talking. This guy has a thing to say. This is probably a little side mission. Ooh, a palamute pouch. And we can sniff him out. Oh boy. So we can get even more items if we do this mission. So that's actually nice, because in the old games there was always an issue of just not having space for things. And then sniff them out can just find specific things, which will make certain missions like a cakewalk.
Bye.
Okay, well that's cool. Oh, now there's the mission for that. So let's just gather this mission.
Yep.
Okay. Raise a pediment to level 5 and we'll get some stuff. So, yeah, like the palamutes will have special things they can do in battle, which we can kind of customize later. But we'll worry about that when the time comes. What does Hinoa have to say? Yippee, everything's back to normal. Crisis averted. Until the next crisis, which will take us to 3-star quests and beyond.
How about this weather?
Okay, we got this stuff. Got some armor spheres and a bunch of other things. Very good. So now we can do our 2-star quests. So we have suddenly more monsters we can fight. We can hunt in Arzuros. We can deliver some raft shells. Slay some baggy, which are some minor guys. Hunt a great baggy. Hunt a Lagombi. There's another. We already did this one. Slay some bugs, which is just a bunch of busy work. There's some popo tongues, which you can deliver. But yeah, like in new environments even. We can go to the Frost Islands as well as the Shrine Ruins. So that's kind of nice. And then let's get some subquests while we're here. Do more large hunters, or more large monster slaying. Probably some more small ones. And then, yeah, that sounds like a good one.
Take care of yourself.
So we gotta do 3 more 2-star quests before we really advance. But before that, let's hold down the button to move around. There's actually some people that have some things to say to us. Still. Oh, did you... I got you guys. I don't know who else would have a mission. Oh, there's this guy. So even more wire bugs we can mess with, I guess. Okay. We got even more wire bugs for our trouble, which is nice. Alright, let's see who else we have here. So, we could go to the Buddy Plaza, I guess, to kind of wrap things up here, because this is a pretty short video otherwise. And the hub prep area and all that stuff. Let's check some of this stuff out while we're here, I suppose. So, anyone have anything to say over here yet? Or do I have to... Alright, let's actually go... Okay, hub prep area. Oh, we're inside the hub actually now. Okay, so this guy, what do you have to say?
Got everything you need.
Gear issues? You should upgrade your armor. It'll boost its capabilities. Armor spheres are useful for that. Okay. Alright, that's all he had to say. So I guess while we're here, so yeah, we can forge armor and stuff with the things we've collected. I I don't want to talk to the buddy. I want to talk to the other one. So, use the materials you gather to forge new stuff. Just talk to the smithy. We can add stuff to wish list if you want. Blah, blah, blah. So, let's look at items, or some weapons first. So we'll start with longsword. As you can see, we have 14 different weapons we can mess with as the game goes on. I will do my best to cover most of these. I barely use the gunner weapons at all, but we'll figure it out as we go. But yeah, so this is a whole process. It looks a lot more. We can roll back upgrades as well if we want, which is nice. But basically, you have a bunch of different trees you can start from, and then as you gather different materials, you can get more things. So like, this is our basic starting weapon, which is not very, or this is our basic starting weapon here. The defender line, I think this was added down the line to like help you kind of speed through the game or something. But we will not worry about doing that because that's just making it too. Because look, it's like more than double our attack power, so we don't want to do that quite yet. But we could upgrade our basic Kimura Blade to Kimura Blade 2 if we have some iron ore, which wouldn't be that bad. But you start to get more stuff as you go. So like, we also have an iron katana, which is made out of ore to start with, and then we need some Icium to upgrade it to the next level after that. We can make some bone stuff, which we don't quite have enough of for some of this stuff. And then there's the bone scythe, which is also more bone stuff. And we keep moving, but hey, we can make an Izuchi themed greatsword if we want, or excuse me, longsword if we want, which requires some pieces from the Great Izuchi and some basic Izuchi, which we actually have more than enough to make this if we want, which would be a decent upgrade. We have 20 more attack power to have more sharpness, and affinity, which I think affinity is just critical chance. So that would be really good. It's a basic weapon. It's not a huge change up, but it would be nice. But in addition to weapons, we also have armor. So we can forge and upgrade armor. Use armor spheres to upgrade different pieces of armor, and then there's a cap that you can mess with as you go. I would not recommend upgrading this armor set. It's not very good. So instead, we'll try and forge some armor. So this is the basic Kimura set that we have to start. Not very good, but it's something, we can hit X to toggle what these would look like. So this is our basic kind of set here. The leather set looks like that, and that's made up of like some pelts, like a lot of like the basic stuff from the small monsters we've gotten, and that by itself. Let me see. Can I get? I'd love to see like the comparison of like. I'd like to see like the comparison on like stats, if I could. Oh yeah, compare equipment. We can do that. So okay, so this is what we have currently, right? So leather isn't really an improvement in terms of like most things. It actually has less fire resistance than our base stuff. So leather I wouldn't necessarily recommend either, but it's an option. The big thing though is that you can see the skills are different, right? So each armor piece also has some skills that can grant you different abilities. So if we do like some skill info here, so like the basic set that we have, right, we've got Divine Blessing, which can reduce damage at times. We have longer wire bug duration, defense, attack power and defense can increase when we're at low health. Yeah, critical chance up. Wall running does less damage. So this is like some nice basic stuff, but the leather set has hunger resistance. Botanist is like consumable stuff, which is nice. Geologist, like this is the set you make when you're trying to like gather stuff in like craft a bunch of stuff. So it has its uses that way. But then we have chainmail, which by default here, let's see what that looks like. That's very, very nice. That by default has oh wait, I don't want. There we go. That by default already has more defense. It has 4 defense versus 1 just for the starting kind of level there. And it's also got different skills. So there's a lot here, and you're probably going to feel overwhelmed if you're just starting playing. I wouldn't worry that much when you first start out. Pretty much anything is better than what you have to start. You can go off of aesthetics. Like this is the Izuchi set. We could get if we were to go down that route, kind of look like a weird shabby pirate. That gives you like more crit stuff, which is kind of nice. But yeah, we don't have a lot of options yet because we've only gotten so many pieces from monsters and stuff. But like, this stuff has 10 defense by default. So, that ends up being a huge boost in our options here. We will take more water and thunder damage, but our fire resistance goes up, so there's some trade-offs there. And if you look at the individual pieces, you see what their individual skills are. So like the helm has critical eye, the chest piece has critical eye and recovery speed, this is constitution, critical eye, etc. So, you can kind of just pick what you want here. So like, more affinity, do you want recovery speed for your red health, which who really cares? I think though, for our purposes, every little bit helps. I think I'll just get I think I will just get hold on, let's double check quick actually. Let me see what the weapon is gonna have. The weapon needs Izuchi hide and Izuchi tail. Okay, so I think I'm good there. So I think I can actually get both here. Let's actually just get the headpiece. And we can equip that. And then let's actually just get the longsword while we're here. Which that actually costs a lot, but we have enough to make for it. And it will be a nice upgrade. Okay. And then, now that that's done, we can go look over to the Buddy Smithy, and they can actually make stuff for our Palicos and Palamutes as well, which we might not be able to do right now because we don't have a lot of options. This is the basic set. This is the Acorn set. You can just get some different paws. There's the Alloy set, the Bone set, the Popo set, Izuchi set, etc. Like, there's a lot here. We can also switch to the dog and see what the dog wants. So, basic alloy set for the dog. It looks pretty cool. The bone set on the dog looks also pretty cool. And then the Izuchi for the dog. So, you can mess around with this stuff, but like, to be brutally honest, I don't really think I care much about the buddies. Like, they're not that strong as a result anyway. Like, yeah, these do give them, like, extra, like, extra skills and stuff like that, too. Like, there is a whole system in place with, giving your character more things, but I'm probably just not going to worry that much about this as it stands. I'll just kind of pick away at it, but, like, you can kind of, every little bit helps if you are going to feel like you're depending on your pals a little more. That can help you out, but I think for right now they're good with what they have for what our purposes are. But I think that's a decent kind of starting point here. And I think there's also a mission to talk to in here. Let's just get these word balloons out of the way here. So what do you have to say? The guild store. So there's new stock at the guild store. Okay, and then Minoto. So. The Gathering Hub quests, these are meant for a party of hunters, and yeah, it's the same basic thing. So, the way that these games work, okay, and they're already explaining it, we have low rank and high rank, which is kind of like the difficulty level of the game, basically, and we're currently in low rank. But, And then in the hub, your hunter rank goes up, which determines what you can actually accept. Simple enough. And yeah, you can do the quest board, and you can, you know, go online and all that stuff, which we are not doing in this playthrough, I don't think. Okay, I think we're done talking now. So, we're not going to do these because it's just kind of repeating what we've already done, but you can already see there's different monsters here that we haven't even fought yet in the basic village quests. So, the hub stuff is a little harder. Like, the monsters are going to have more, they're going to do more damage, and they're going to have way more health. Like, I think to start, well, damage I think is the same, but like, they're going to have way more health. And yeah, you're already fighting like harder monsters. So, basically, if you're like an experienced hunter and you just want to get to the good stuff, you can kind of just do the hub stuff and just kind of blast through it. But the village is kind of there for like the beginners, like to kind of get that kind of carried out. So that's kind of what. Is there still people to talk to? Oh, this guy. So there's still stuff to do there. So there's merit in going either direction, but I think for my purposes, I'm just gonna focus on the village stuff for this playthrough, just because it's easier to kind of go through. And then this guy has arena quests, which we also aren't going to really bother with, I don't think. But let's see, this guy. So arena quests, you'll fight in that arena we've already seen. You won't get any benefits from meals for arena quests either, so that's interesting. But this is kind of like almost like an arcadey kind of thing. Like, hey, you just want to fight the thing and that's it. You can do that. And you have you can only use specific weapons for like arena quests and all that too. But there's not that many. And like, you know, it's very arcadey. Like, oh look, you can get a ranking. You know, can you do it in 2 minutes 30 seconds? You know, so it's like this is like pure combat kind of stuff, which we won't really worry about at the moment. I think that's everything in here. Let's go see. For some reason, they won't let us warp to the Buddy Plaza yet, so let's actually go to the Buddy Plaza to kind of close this video out, because I've been blabbing enough. But, yeah, there's a lot to do in this place. Go to the Buddy Hub. Probably, yeah, there's going to have to be a cutscene to introduce all of this, I guess. It's a neat little area, don't get me wrong. It's just kind of weird that the game really wants me to go here. We have a little training dummy right here, which is very cute for when you're ready to fight. And I think this is actually where the expansion stuff is that I cannot do yet. So that's also putting the cart before the horse a little bit. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff actually over here. So it's probably well enough that we look at it now. Anytime game. Sal mutations. Okay. So Iori will let you get extra buddies, which you can do for things. And then Meowcenaries are just, they'll go off and gather stuff for you while you're off on your own hunts. The training area you have to go to on that little ferry. And then Rondine is also there for some extra items and stuff. Alright, buddy board, okay. Fair enough. Oh, let's make sure I didn't miss anything here. So that's all the buddy stuff. So yeah, we aren't really going to be in the buddy place that much. But let's go talk to this lady quick. She seems nice. The best training ever. So, buddies can go and get items and stuff as well if we want. This, I don't really think is that big of a thing. Like, we can look at what she has. And basically, we're just going to do some trading for, like, special stuff. So, like... yeah, there's a lot here. So we can trade request. and we can trade for like specific things. Like, hey, I would really like a nullberry, or I would really like honey or something. And this is kind of how you can acquire stuff while you're off doing your own hunts. So like stuff like this is pretty important. I'm gonna go with honey.
At times, it is necessary to stand still and think before making
And
decisions.
then we would need more palicos and So actually, let's not mess with this right now. So we're going to need more palicos and palamutes if we want to actually gather this stuff. But pretty much every game has something like this, where it's like, hey, do you want to gather stuff, in the background while you're playing? Go do this. But I'm going to mess with this stuff on my own time. I think you don't really need to see this, I don't think. I'll show off the training area quick, though, I guess, just while we're here. So that way I can actually just go there in the fast travel, I think. And here's the training area. Pretty neat little area. It's weird to put the dummy in the other area too, but you can't mess with it. That's kind of weird. But this is where you're going to want to go when you're kind of trying out your weapons and figuring out what you want to do. So I will probably show off other weapons here first before we do certain missions with them, but at least not at the moment. We've done a lot as it is right now. Excuse me, I'm sorry, that was gross. So, yeah, we can train stuff. Any ammo or coatings compatible with the diamond can also be tried out without consuming them. That's also really good. And you can mess around with a lot of different stuff here. So, it is neat to do this. It's a great way to try out your weapon. So, like, I have my basic combo with, do the XXX. And then we start kind of from scratch here. You have your Spirit Blade combo, and you have your special sheath combos you can do with this weapon too. So this is an easy way to kind of learn stuff. So like we can do X, ZRB, and then EI slash into Spirit Blade 2 and do all this. So there's a lot you can do with this weapon. We really don't. And you can also see like our sharpness. We're actually in green sharpness, which we didn't have access to until just now. There's also the Silkbind stuff, which I really didn't show off much. We can do this into the plunging thrust for one guy, or we do this into. Oh, I thought it was. I'll have to look into that, but I think you can do another attack out of this. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, it's a neat little area to mess around with and try out your weapons. There's a lot of stuff you can kind of mess around with here too if you want. Like you can. Oh, that's right. I can't use that yet. You can zip all the way up here. Just climb up slowly so I don't die. There's stuff you can kind of mess around with. Like if you want to, like, oh, how would I tackle this monster from up above? I'll jump off and do this, and then I can do that and do very minor damage. Stuff like that's kind of cool. So yeah, I think that's enough. I think that'll call it for now. We have defeated the Great Izuchi. We did some short little things around here. I got some armor and a new weapon. Not a bad day. So the next time we meet, we will start tackling some of the new missions we can do in probably in the new area as well. So stay tuned for that next time. But until then, hold on. I want. You know what? That's gonna have to be. That's gonna have to do. So yeah. Until then, happy hunting, everybody.